Molly, I feel like you need to come in front of the camera and show off your braid coronet. No, your braid coronet, because you look so like Nesta and Violet and all of our FMCs who do this. Cute pie.
I was inspired because I was on our TikTok posting and then I saw someone saying, they made a TikTok saying, I think it's fourth thing or whatever, where she always has a braided crown.
Yes.
And they were like, why the fuck did she choose the hardest braid to do?
The style.
And then someone said, oh, I just imagine milkmaid braids. And then I was like, what do those look like? What's this?
Like, yeah, that's what I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cute. It looks good on you.
There's 3,000 bobby pins.
Yes.
I can't even put a braid in my hair.
Because it's so short.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I could do like baby braids.
You did do though in time, the very 90s, early 2000s, like Baby Spice.
I watched I think it's 10 Things I Hate About You. Classic. I think she has baby braids in that. Yeah.
So good.
Or the dancing one with Julia Stiles as well. Is it Save the Last Dance?
Save the Last Dance.
Such a good movie.
They need to bring back the
90s dance
movie. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Step up. Bring it on.
I just watched Black Swan.
I've been wanting to watch that.
That's not a 90s. That's a very different feel from Bring It On.
Yeah, that was 2000s. And also it's like dark thriller. Still, it's a dance movie.
So good. Do you feel like you watched it and got something different having now done ballet?
No.
No change.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, there's eating disorders. They're like, it's terrible.
Natalie Portman is so good in that.
The mother is a lunatic.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like that room with all those weirdo paintings that like she thinks are good, but they look like horror. I'm like, what? And then she obviously, I don't know, is like tripping and she has like sees them all like start talking and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. Spooky. It is so spooky. And like the feathers that she pulls out of like her scratches, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that is visceral.
Pivot.
Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jessica.
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes,
a podcast where two best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy books.
Before we press play, consider this your spoiler warning. We're operating with 0 restrictions and we'll be pulling threads from ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City. Because the worlds overlap, the themes echo, and we're absolutely saying the quiet connections out loud. If a title's mentioned in this next section, it's on the table. So close!
You did it!
Almost nailed it.
I rolled it. This is good.
I'm like, line.
Panic eyebrows. But don't worry, babes. We'll keep our non-Maasverse spoilers limited to the beginning of the pod, or we'll spill the tea surreal style on what else it is that we're reading. If your TBR isn't caught up with ours, just skip ahead. Tell me everything without telling me anything. What are you reading?
I finished Golden Sun, so the second book in Red Rising series.
Okay.
Excellent. The ending was bonkers.
Yeah.
I ordered the third one.
Is the third already out?
Yes, it's the last one. It's called Morning Star.
Okay.
I started Feathers So Vicious.
Wait. Golden Sun, because I have heard, and I didn't know this was a thing, but that second books are brutal. Like for authors, like all other books are the hardest book you write in a series is your second book. Did you find Golden Sun was like a letdown or as good as Red Rising, better?
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It was just like a little bit less sentimental and more war. Like it was the war book, right? Like it's, I mean, I'm sure the third one will, but it was more like everything's kind of come to a head and like there's been like an uprising and then you think something's going to happen and then something else happens and you're like, whoa, what's book 3 going to be about?
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously it'll tie everything together, but no, I liked it. It was good.
Okay. Yeah. I'm excited to start it. So you finished that one and then you're reading Feathers So Vicious.
I am.
My possibly least favorite romantasy book that I have read, and I DNF'd with like I don't know, 50 pages.
I like it so far. I agree. The characters, not a one of them you like.
No.
The premise and the world are maybe not built out as much as I'd like, but I am like in the very early days.
Okay.
So I find it weird that they call when they turn into ravens the unkindness.
I think that is a title for a flock of ravens because a
No.
flock of crows is a murder. I think a flock of ravens is an unkindness.
Anyways, I thought that was strange and I didn't Google it, so I don't know.
Wait, do you know what I did Google after our episode last week?
What?
Oh, it is called an unkindness. You're right.
Boom.
Oh,
Thought so.
nailed it.
Witchy Jessica nailed it. You know what else I nailed? The I Dig Kits
What?
had real shark teeth.
Interesting.
Yes, because as we were talking about that, I was like, I swear to God, those were real shark teeth. And yes,
Verified.
they were real, like fossilized shark teeth, which I was
Cool.
like, that is so cool. I wish I had kept mine, but I
Sure.
definitely did not. Anyway, Justice for Jessica, episode 35. Okay, so early days.
Yeah, I'm like a quarter of the way through.
Okay. The spice is
Off the charts.
Yep.
Already.
Already. And it just goes from there. It
Yeah.
climbs.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not like,
Oh, look, I was not
I don't
complaining.
not like it.
Yeah.
Like I think there's like been some decent backstory development on Malir. Sabian we know less about.
Right.
Lorne, I feel sorry for based on the chapter I just read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's her name? Galanthus?
Galanthea.
Galanthea, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the main characters' names in half these books.
Honestly,
I'm like, why? I'm like, what's her name?
too.
Like Fury Bound or Dire Bound, whatever one I didn't finish.
Marin.
Yeah, Marin.
Uh-huh.
And Ilspeth, I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to be fair,
it's not like they're named Kate.
yeah, like, but yeah. So I like it so far. I also ordered Daggermouth because it was on sale.
Ooh, I've seen that all over.
It's dystopian. It's
Okay.
2 books, I think.
Still romantasy or just
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. I think it's supposed to be kind of similar to, not similar, but like the vibe of Alchemized.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We liked Alchemize, so.
So TBD.
Mm.
And then I have 2 that I really want to read after, 2 series. One is Jasad Air, and it's kind of like Middle Eastern vibes and like
Ooh, okay.
a bit. It sounded
We're not so
different.
saturated with white people all the time. That'll be nice.
yeah,
Change of
and
pace.
just like different. Like it sounded interesting. And there's 2 books and they're done. Like the series is done.
Mm.
And then the other one was Requiem for Stars or for a Star.
Okay.
And it's 2 books as well. Both are out. And there's a third one that you can read like with it, but it's not like necessary is my understanding.
Okay. Like a novella almost? Like an accompaniment?
1.5, yes. It was like 1.5, 2.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So those 2 are next, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll read the second one of Feather So Vicious. I'm sure I'll read it.
Right. I am curious what you're going to think at the end of Feather So Vicious because Caitlin is reading the second one right now. She already
Not
has.
right now, but she's going to.
Okay.
I think she has it on her Kindle,
Okay.
which I have. So
Right.
I may read it before her.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Yeah, we had to trade these. What about
Yeah, I'll be very curious with Feathers So Vicious because that one and then the Plated Prisoner series, Guild, Glint, Gleam, all those. Yeah, like for whatever reason, I was like, they're not my cup of tea. So I'll be curious. What have I read? I finished, did I say this last time, or was I part? I don't think I'd finished Starside
No.
last time.
No.
I finished Starside.
It's so good.
Hell of a ride. Yeah, pedal to the metal from the very get.
Page 1.
Yeah. It is probably the most fun I have had with a book all year. It was a blast. I had a great time.
Period. We will accept no criticism.
I felt like I could have used a little more story instead of just action constantly. It was just like this and then this and then this. But I do think she set it up, hopefully, so that book 2, we get that. Like, I want to know more about Vander Everen, and I want to know more about the history of Stormside versus Starside, and like the gods and the Astral Queen, and like I have so many questions, so I'm trying to reserve judgment because I know it's a very polarizing book amongst folks, and I'm not afraid to say if I don't love a book. Like, you know,
it's good though. You can't put it down.
No, I couldn't, and I read it so fast, and it's not small.
No,
I crushed it. I had a great time. And I started following her on social, the author Alex Astor.
Oh, she's so cute.
A cutie patootie.
Yes.
Just adorable.
Excited for the movie or TV or whatever it is.
Whatever it is. The same show writers as Twilight, was it?
What?
No?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I never heard this.
Starside. Yeah, she's adorable. I liked her a lot. She was so sad the other day. She announced that the book 2 is delayed to January. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. She was so upset.
Are we with Wolf Queen and now this book too? I'm like, I'm protesting.
I think SJM threw a huge wrench into like all of these books that were supposed to come out in fall. I think she kind of came in and dropped a bomb, and now all these publishing houses are trying to pick other dates because they feel like she's going to cannibalize sales. But I'm like, honestly, folks that read this genre,
stuff for everyone, and they'll get to it.
They will read it. Like,
I would say it's been in production or anything.
Oh, interesting. She was on her social talking about it,
She
but
said that if she got her dream casting, it would be Jacob Elordi for the male lead.
yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Wow, I think that's the first time we've ever agreed on a male
Right?
lead.
Normally,
We're like, oh yeah, because after Wuthering Heights,
yeah, we could see more of the fingers
That
in the
guy.
mouth.
Oh.
Ooh, woof. So I finished that. I'm about halfway through The Poisoner's Handbook. Not a huge update there. Like, it's still more of like they're trying to figure out how to identify, is it chloroform? I think.
Sure.
In,
the stuff that
bodies.
makes you pass out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it can also it can kill people, which I didn't realize. Oh, cyanide. Sorry, cyanide. They're trying to figure out how to identify cyanide in bodies. And then the other one that I am reading audiobook is One Small Echo. I'll probably finish this week. It's interesting, actually.
That Girl Reads just recommended it on her as one of her underhyped.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, at first I was kind of like, we'll see. It's really interesting. The female main character is blind. And you kind of, like, the way it happens, I thought maybe she would get her sight back. But, like, she's blind.
Is it 2 books? 1 book?
It is at least 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, as I started reading it, I was like, how are we going to have a world painted in my mind from someone who
can't see,
who is blind, just as someone who is seeing? What is that going to be like? And the author has done a really great job. I'd be interested to hear what someone who is blind, if they read the book, like what would their perspective on it be? Anyway, it's good. I'll let you know how I feel when it finishes, but I think I will read book 2 versus like Ballad of the Falling Dragons or whatever, like the song, When the Moon Hatched book 2. I don't know if I'll read book 2.
But everyone said book 2 is like way better than book 1.
Ugh. Well, then maybe I have to.
I might not read either because like this is the thing, like get through book 1 to get to book 2.
Yes.
But I heard book 2 is amazing.
All right. Well, I do, after I finish One Small Echo, as I said last week, I have Red Rising queued up in my Audible. So that is next for me. So, yeah. Reading up a storm. Have you read The Yellow Wallpaper yet?
Okay, so Kayla and I talked about this not that long, like maybe 2 days ago, and I was like, Rick, I have to read it before the pod, and then I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. I was talking to Andrew's cousin about it like a few weeks ago, and I got a text last night from an unknown number, and it was like, I read The Yellow Wallpaper.
You're like, well, yes. This is spooky.
Oh, you would? I said, this is an eerie text. Is this Ian? He's like, yeah, it is. He really liked it. He was like, it is, eerie is the right word. Like it kind of, you read it and you're not like, oh, like heart pounding, but then you afterwards you just sit with it and you're like, well, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while.
Okay, for the next podcast I will read it.
It only takes 20 minutes. It was so fast. So
okay,
yeah,
I did think about it and then
okay. We also have another update on someone who's been reading. Alyssa has read.
Finished Silver Flames.
It is back in the box, though.
It is
back in the box.
Back. Do you want to give you a mic?
Sure.
Here, come grab one. Because I feel like I really want to get your take.
Better be a hot one.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Controversial opinions only.
It was good. Definitely my favorite of the series. I think this, then ACOTAR, then ACOMAF.
ACOTAR, really?
I know.
Interesting. I mean, you liked ACOTAR a lot.
Yeah. Love Nesta. Like, by far my favorite character in the series.
How long did it take you to warm up to her?
I feel like I liked her from the get-go. Like, I know, it's just hard.
That's a hot take.
I liked her from the get-go. I feel like if you've ever been depressed, you can kind of, like, understand and, like, gone through grief. You can kind of understand where she's coming from. She definitely had her moments where I'm like, oh, like, why are you doing this? But then her, like, inner monologue really explains a lot, I think.
Yeah.
You know? I told Jessica I really like that she wasn't, like, saved by a man. Her, like, circle of heroes was her girlfriends, which I thought was great.
And real. Like, that's realistic. What man is coming to save women nowadays?
Yeah.
Please.
Well, and, like, when they got put into the right, and then it's like, at the beginning, I'm like, oh, Cassian's going to come get her. But then, like, oh, he can't get her. And then it's like her and her girlfriends figuring it out. And then, I loved the scene of her drawing the line in the dirt.
Oh my God.
And like she lets Gwen and what's the other Emery go up to the top and get it while she stands there fighting off loved that scene. And like kind of I think showed like she had found herself at that moment. She was like, I am strong, I'm able, because throughout the book she keeps saying like how she felt so weak, like when she encounters the Kelpie, she's like saying that she wants to fight back but she's too scared, and then in this moment she just is like, she literally draws the line in the sand and is like, no, I'm gonna hold my ground. It's great. Loved.
I was saying to Allie, I think one of my favorite things about this book and about Nesta is that I feel like in a lot of books in this genre especially, the authors try to make it seem like their female main characters are despicable or morally gray. But in reality, like the people they kill are usually bad or like, you know what I mean? Like but Nesta is like, she's mean and not just like, I'm a hurt person, so I'm hurt. Like, you know, and you're like, for you. Like she truly does things and you're like, that was horrific. Like, and it made her feel real because when people are truly coming from the place that she was coming from, they lash out in ways that are not pretty, and Nesta is not pretty.
No. Also, plot hole. If frickin' what's her face? Feyre can shapeshift into fucking anything, but she can't shapeshift into an Illyrian to give birth to this baby.
Say no more.
Like the whole time I'm like,
say no more.
She can shapeshift.
Also, like, why can't it be just have a C-section?
Literally, they're like, no one has ever survived. Why?
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 They survived like the most
Because she's a
insane
woman, that's
stuff.
why.
So stupid.
Their medical advancements haven't gotten to women yet.
Oh, and Caribbean female healthcare is also behind the
Yeah.
times.
Huh.
Weird.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was like screaming at my book. I'm like, this is so
Yes.
stupid. She can shapeshift.
Mhm.
I'm very interested to see what remnants of Nesta's powers are left
Mm.
in the next book. I also was like a little eye roll that her and Cassian are mates. I'm like, they're like, mates are so rare. Everyone has a mate.
I know, but it's Cassian, so I don't care.
Everyone has a mate.
We make exceptions.
Yeah. I did like the scene where she finally like admitted it too. She was like, you're my mate.
Okay, did you feel chemistry between her and Eris?
Yes, and I think unfortunately when Cassian
no.
dies, unfortunately,
Hells to the no.
I think what will happen
Incorrect.
is that Eris will turn out to be a good guy, because I do think Eris is a secret good guy.
He'll turn good.
Yes. And she will end up with him and they will rule the Autumn Court.
No.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's my
Okay,
thought.
no, he won't die, and also no to the Autumn Court. For reasons we will discuss at the end of this episode.
But I also quite like Eris. I'm not going to lie. Like I'm excited to read more about him.
Uh-huh. Join the club.
Like he's also Jamie. The leaf coming out looks like you have an elf ear.
Good. You mean Faye?
I changed nothing.
Faye ear.
What did you think of the spice? Because this is inarguably the spiciest book of the series.
Definitely the most spiciest. It was good. I liked it. It was good. It was spicier than the rest of the books. I thought all of the books were going to be like this, but this was definitely like the spiciest one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hot diggity damn.
I know. But I am more excited for like some Asriel, hopefully, in the next book. There's like a lot of alluding to Asriel being good.
A freak?
Yeah. So I'm like,
freaking.
I'm interested to see that. Yeah. But no, it was good. I quite enjoyed it. It was a good book. I think really good ending too. But again, like last 100 pages. Why did she do this?
Yeah.
Every time.
She might not always set him up, but she sure knows how to knock him down.
Like literally,
Yeah,
I'm reading the book.
totally.
I'm like, there is so much for this to tie up, and like she just speed runs it. Yeah,
She's a master at it.
yeah. But it was good. I liked it. I like the last right. I'm excited to also see the sister dynamic now that things are a little bit more fixed, and that there's a baby in the mix too. Baby, yeah. So l'enfant.
Not to be confused with my cat.
Nix is like,
Yeah.
Devil.
It was good. I'm also reading A Spark of Light. I started out on my vacation.
I've never heard of that.
It's by Jodi Picoult.
Oh.
It's really good. It's about
Allie's favorite author.
my favorite author. It is about a man who is a hostage negotiator. He is called to the scene of a shooting inside of a basically Planned Parenthood, and inside is his daughter inside the Planned Parenthood, and she's one of the hostages, and he is trying to negotiate with the shooter to
Interesting.
yes.
HR says conflict of interest.
It is a very conflicting novel, but it is very interesting.
Does he know she's in there?
Yes, he knows that she's in there
from the get-go.
No, after about an hour, he arrives on scene. She texts him, and he finds out that she's in there with his sister,
Like her aunt.
her aunt. Yes, and she's 16. And the man that is shooting up the place, his daughter is the same age and had went in for an abortion. So that is why he's gone to kind of avenge his grandchild. It goes between the mindset of the shooter and the hostage and the daughter.
Yes, God forbid women should be allowed to make their choices about their body.
It's a very interesting novel, I will say. Very good, very controversial, but it's a good book.
Shall we?
Yeah, I think we should get started.
It is time to talk lore, lust, and loose morals as we unpack adventures, escape to new worlds, and, of course, swoon over our best book boyfriends.
Welcome to chapters 7 through 12, where the library is magical, the stairs are an act of psychological warfare, the house itself has better emotional intelligence than most of the characters, and if you thought intervention was the hard part, SJM would like to remind you that getting someone to accept help is an entirely different battle.
Yup. This podcast has all of our favorite R words: romance, racy, risque, and, of course,
RHYSAND.
And red siphons. I feel like we need a better R word. We do. If anyone has suggestions, we're open. As such, it is rated R. Please listen accordingly.
We'll kick off every episode with Babes Between the Lines,
where we read what's written, obsess over what isn't,
and dig past the dialogue so you don't miss the magic motives or mistakes.
Chapter 7. We open with Moore winnowing Cassian into the headquarters for the Band of Exiles. Are we ever going to remember that?
No.
Misfits.
Misfits.
The toys on Misfit Islands.
Yes. I am my misfit. Yes, every time. A crumbling estate in the human lands. Time to clock in, Cassian, darling. Your first day on the job as the Night Court's newest courtier is at hand.
Oh, boy. Poor Cassian.
As he goes to approach the house, he reflects on his disastrous lesson with Nesta and what Amren had said to him when he had reported on his progress, or lack thereof. Quote, "Let her dig her own grave, boy, then offer her a hand. I thought that's what this past year has been," he countered. "Keep reaching out your hand," had been Amren's only reply. This, if you know someone who is going through something, that idea of sometimes all you can do is keep reaching out your hand. You can't change them. I feel like that's 90% of therapy, is being you can't change other people. You are only in control of yourself. Yes, but also true.
Yes.
All you can do is keep reaching out your hand. So good. And he thinks this so many times throughout this novel.
He thinks it in my chapters as well.
Keep reaching out your hand. Lucian opens the door and promptly informs Cassian that they have another guest with them at the moment. Eris.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Cassian fights back his rage and bloodlust as he remembers his mission. Be calm, be cool, be collected. When I said that, I felt like I was in Twisted Crowns, when it's be good, be wary, be...
Oh, yeah.
Or be wary, be something, be good. So good. I love that. He asks Lucian how the Spring Court is doing, to which Lucian gives a perfunctory fine. Things are going, if not well, then at least as expected. When Eris snorts, Cassian turns to him asking what he's doing there, and we learn that some of Eris's soldiers have disappeared without a trace. The only clue was that a strange, almost human scent lingered at the site of abduction.
I haven't read this book, so I actually don't even remember what happened. I don't.
I'm new here.
I'm what actually happened to them?
Oh, I actually don't remember either.
Oh,
as I was
perfect.
reading it, I was I don't know. Following their thread, Cassian is incredulous. There is no way humans abducted Fae soldiers. That they can't be that skilled. And Jurian and Vasa's faces are dark, as Jurian says it depends on the human. So this is whoopsie number 2 for Cassian as his courtier job. First him coming in and being how are things in the Spring Court? And Lucian's fine. And Cassian's
they're fucked, bud. What do you think?
Yeah. And then he's humans couldn't be strong enough. Meanwhile, Vasa and Jurian are fuck you off. Come on.
Well, to be fair, one was brought back by the cauldron, and the other is a half phoenix. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're not fully human.
No.
It's not.
I would still say as a courtier.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. Faux pas.
Offended.
Eris wonders if this could have been done to sow tension amongst them, and Jurian agrees that Hybern would have done something like that and may have taught the queens that type of warfare. But Vasa rebuffs them, saying the queens are already well-versed in treachery and, quote, have dealt with greater monsters than him. So this seems to be pointing at the Sorcerer Lord, which again is all over my sections, so Koschei, as being a bigger threat than Hybern. So if we're thinking again about like big bad, this section seems to be establishing that Koschei is going to be our big bad in the end, our final boss, if you will.
But he's tethered to a lake. Like, if he's so powerful, how can he not get away from the lake?
We get into it. Cassian asks which of the queens would do something like this, and Vasa says Brialyn.
That's the old crone one, right?
She's the young queen that went into the cauldron after Nesta, and the cauldron was so pissed at Nesta that in retaliation, yes, it turned Brialyn high fae, but it withered her into like an ancient crone, so she's going to be like this old hag forever.
To me, the crones look like the witch from Snow White. And every crone looks that way. Because that witch in Snow White, the like animated version, is actually terrifying. Mm-hmm. And she's also a queen. Is this a bit Disney watch?
Ooh. Maybe. Yeah. This sends Cassian into a full touch her and die rage spiral as he remembers Brialyn's desire for vengeance against Nesta, because she blames Nesta for what happened to her in the cauldron. As violence curls through his head, Lucian admonishes him repeatedly, saying, easy. So he can smell and I guess like see the like fire, and Cassian starts to like uncontrollably snarl, like just at the thought of Nesta being in danger. And then he sees fire in Lucian's eyes. The quote is wild. Quote, the flame, the surprising dominance within it, hit Cassian like a stone to the head. End quote. This has to be setting up Lucian with High Lord powers. Like that, because they talk about how Rhys will use like his dominant High Lord voice, and you can't like even...
You can't say no.
You can't say no. And so Cassian is surprised. It hits him like a stone to the head. Like, I'm like, this feels like, Lucian's High Lord powers are like rising. But High Lord of what? As we've talked about, is it going to be day? Is it going to be autumn? Is it somehow going to be dusk?
No, not dusk.
I also don't think dusk. I feel like day.
But then Helion would have to die.
I think that might happen.
Also, no. Like my two favorite characters. Why don't you just throw Azrael in there too? Just trifecta of death.
Just even it out there. Vasa reveals that Koschei could be supporting Brialyn, saying, quote, Koschei is no mere sorcerer. He's confined to the lake only due to an ancient spell, because he was outsmarted once. Everything he does is to free himself. She also says that he once tried to make himself master of their world and will not hesitate to do so again.
Daglin?
Okay, I was trying to remember, and we've talked about this before, but wasn't there a story about, was it Peleus in Crescent City who was outsmarted, and then was there something there? And then he was like...
He was a traitor.
Yes.
Maybe? I have to go back.
I know. I feel like there is something here that made me be like in my head, I'm like, Daglin, Asteri. We know that there's the one Asteri that was supposed to have died, but like, who knows? Maybe not. Like, or been missing or whatever.
No, eaten by hell.
Eaten by hell. Okay. So could this be Koschei?
Which is confusing because they refer to him as a death god and they refer to him as a sorcerer. So it's like...
And the Bone Carver's sibling. Vasa confirms it. Yes, that he is the Bone Carver's sibling.
I feel like we're getting mixed signals here.
I agree. It's so strange.
Question mark.
Cassian feels he has what he needs and goes to depart. But before he can be picked up by more, Eris follows him out. He reveals that the High Lord of the Autumn Court has pledged his forces to Brialyn and the war that she wishes to incite.
Fucking Baron.
I know. So this is when we're thinking about like, what do the humans have up their sleeve? Like if they're trying to do this, it's this alliance with the Autumn Court. Before Cassian goes to leave and take this final precious tidbit back to Rhys and the court, Eris hurls one last barb at him. Quote, "Stick to fighting battles, General. Leave the ruling to those capable of playing the game." He's snarky, but I think he's going to be just like Rhys. Like, wearing a mask comes off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chapter 8. We return to the oldest archer and sister's POV, who is currently staring down at 10,000 steps separating her and a glass of Valeris's finest. She thinks to her new body, her high fae body, she can do it.
You are sorely under it.
She can't do it.
Nope.
She makes it 111 steps before her legs buckle.
To be fair, that's far.
Downstairs, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she has
Then
to go back up.
Her legs buckle.
Yeah.
I mean, going downstairs is not that easy.
Especially with bad knees. I think she also mentions, and this honestly is what would get me, because it's like going around what would they call it, like a turret. So it's like going around and around.
I bring this up in my section. I'm like, in my mind and in your mind, was it not just like a staircase?
No, it was
straight down.
It was a turret.
Oh, see, mine never was that.
Oh, it was like literally just
circular?
going down. Yeah, circular. Yeah. And then with like the tiny little holes that they have to like look out. And so she talks about she gets like nauseous and throws up because she's so dizzy. And as someone with horrendous motion sickness that is triggered by like looking at a body of water, I relate to this. Like I would absolutely get sick from this. Her eyes are spinning from dizziness. She begins to make her way back up, crawling the last 30, inwardly cursing the House of Wind. As she arrives, a smirking Cassian looking down at her from the top.
And also the best.
Oh, and Cassian, like...
So what do we have here?
Yes, we flip to his POV, and he's had like a shit day, right? Like he went his first off, Nesta was such a jerk to him at Windhaven. Then he goes, he's like, I'm going to be a courtier. Like, I'm going to go do something. Does not go great. Then he like comes back to the house, and who does he see? Nesta. Panting and crawling at his feet, and he thinks that it completely makes up for his absolutely shit day.
Put one in the wind column.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm doing okay. He asks Nesta what stair she made it to, and when she tells him, he calls her pathetic.
Low blow, Cassian.
Yeah.
Low blow.
Hauling her trembling body up, he tells her that if she ever gets tired of being weak as a, quote, mewling kitten, that she should come to training and participate. So, Allie, to your point of like, she is weak. Like, she feels weak, and she is physically weak at this point, too. The next morning, Nesta is struggling. And, like, we've all been there where you're like, you sign up for a workout class, or you're like, do a hike that's like longer or higher than you've ever done before. And you're like, okay. And then you finish, you're like, that was hard, but I did it. And then the next day.
Can't walk.
Oh, yes. Cassian and Azriel join her at the breakfast table. Azriel asking her how training is going, and Nesta clocks it immediately. He knows. Like, of course he knows. As if it's like Cassian and Moore didn't tell Azriel about Nesta, like, in Windhaven. So she tells him training has been fantastic. And then... liar. To Cassian's utter despair, she says she wants to train with Azriel, not Cassian. Azriel splutters into his tea, while Cassian scowls, but tells her that if she wants to train with Az, she's welcome to do so, though he doubts she'll be able to complete a session successfully if she can't even get out of her chair the next morning after barely walking 100 steps. So... of course, Nesta, being our Nesta, launches herself to her feet, pushing up from the table. Cassian just eats more eggs and says it doesn't count when you use your hands to do most of the work. And our girl comes with the one-liners saying, quote, I bet that isn't what you've been telling yourself at night. Like, Azriel is fighting for his life at this table. He's like,
fuck, quit putting me in the middle.
Also, like, the scent, he's probably like, Jeez.
Poor
Like,
Maasverse.
Cassian's voice lowers to a growl, saying, "Oh, it's not just at night. It could be any time in the morning, when he's bathing." And Nesta can't let him get the last word and throws over her shoulder as she goes to leave that, quote, "Sounds like you have a lot of time on your hands, Cassian."
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed. Like their,
She's so sharp.
their banter is so,
It's very like Reese and Feyre, beginning of book 2.
it's delicious. Alone now, Azriel tells Cassian that he's in deep shit, to which Cassian merely mutters, "I know." Later in Windhaven, Nesta once more seats herself on the rock, refusing to train and simply watching as Cassian begins his practice. But it's cold up in the sparring ring, and Nesta isn't exactly moving around and keeping warm. So once Cassian finishes an hour later, he tells a blue-tinged Nesta to wait in Rhys's mother's house and warm up while he attends to some business. She relents and follows him to the house, warmth flooding over both of them from a magically crackling fire in the hearth. And it's here that Cassian notices Nesta freeze, her eyes blanching with fear as the fireplace pops. So he like clocks it and is like, what is going on here? But like obviously doesn't know. Chapter 9. Nesta finds herself wandering into a small shop, looking for something warmer than her fighting leathers to stave off the cold. The female in the shop asks how often she trains, wondering if they could maybe get fleece-lined leathers made. And Nesta, somewhat embarrassed, says she's not training, she's watching. She claims it's part of her duties to the Night Court. As the female moves around her shop, Nesta's eyes are drawn to her wings, catching on the scars there. The female tells her her wings were clipped so that she would be confined to her home. And then Nesta says, and perhaps the mountain trembles at this, "I'm sorry." It's an interesting moment.
Yeah, she has
Like,
empathy.
Yes. The female seems keen on bringing their conversation back to business, saying she'll send the bill to Valaris, and Nesta has another wave of embarrassment hit her, saying, oh, she's changed her mind. She doesn't need the warmer clothes. The stranger is blunt and says she thought RHYSAND paid them all well, and Nesta returns her frankness with her own and admits she's been cut off. I feel like Nesta is the queen of I will match your vibe. Like whatever energy you give Nesta, she will match you. Like she's never going to be the bigger person. She's never, like
she's taking the low road.
Oh, like if you are at all cool with her, she's going to be cool with you. She's not the person to try to warm up the conversation.
No.
But I think that it works, especially with Emery and Gwyn, because they both have a bit of a chip on your shoulder isn't the right word, but they're not looking for someone to bring toxic positivity or a false sense of warmth. They're very like candid and
and Nesta responds.
And Nesta responds really well to that.
Yes.
The female holds out her hand and introduces herself as Emery. Hi, babe.
We love her.
Nesta shakes her hand and introduces herself as well, and Emery says she knows. She killed the King of Hybern. Nesta nods. Yes, and Emery's smile is like a blade as she says, good. Nesta returns to the library for duty, and Clotho assigns her books to be shelved on level 5. So it's like
that's pretty close to the bottom.
Nesta is...
Yeah, but at this point, Bryaxis isn't there anymore. So what's spooky about the bottom?
It's just the dark, I think. Like Nesta, she looks over the railing into the darkness with like, she's trepidatious and asks, has Bryaxis returned? And Clotho says, like through her enchanted pen, Bryaxis never harmed them and that they think Bryaxis took pity on them. So no, Bryaxis has not returned, but even if she had, Clotho and the rest of the priestesses and the acolytes, they're not scared of her at all.
The heart of the house is what's at the bottom.
The heart of the house. Where is that?
The bottom of the library.
What do you mean, the heart of the house?
What makes the house
Where
sentient?
is that?
It's what makes the house sentient. And it's like Nesta at one point goes down and she tells Cassian that the house showed her that it too is like broken and twisted, and there's a reason why it's sentient, and showed her its ugly side, basically, and it's held at the bottom of the library.
Interesting.
So there is something down there. She doesn't really say like what it is. She just says that it's like the heart of the house.
I keep wanting to be like, it's RHYSAND's mom, but I'm like, I think we've put that to bed.
I don't want to say that she's for sure dead, but I would be shocked. Pretty final.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Later, taking a break, a bowl of soup appears before her, the same one that had appeared when she initially returned to the house, though she had told the busybody of a home that she wasn't hungry.
Mm-hmm.
She repeats the admonishment, saying she's not hungry, and a spoon appears, a napkin, and a glass of water. The house is like, oh yeah. Nesta's verbal altercation with the house is interrupted by the appearance of a priestess who asks who she's talking to. Nesta, of course, says no one and that she was taking a break. The priestess introduces herself as Gwyneth. Welcome to court, Gwyn.
I love Gwyn.
And dumps a stack of books onto Nesta's cart for her to shelve.
She's like, here you go.
Yeah. Nesta snarls at her that she doesn't answer to acolytes, but then thinks better of it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right. She's like, oh, I should maybe not be like
A
total
complete bitch.
to these women who have lived through nightmares. But Gwyn marks the change and tells her that she doesn't want her pity. She just wants to be spoken to like a person. And then Nesta has like this moment of honest self-reflection and tells her like, I doubt that you actually want that, like, from me. And Gwyn tells her, try me, and then cackles when Nesta tells her to get out of her sight. Like, but I love it because she's not afraid of Nesta's darkness. Like, she's in the same way that Cassian can find, like, charm almost in it and sees that, like, this edge does not need to hurt. It can be, like, humorous or whatever. Gwyn,
I still don't think she should be snarly with Gwyn. Rude.
Gwyn asks for it. Later, done her work and retired to the private library of the house, Nesta feels her stomach grumble. She snarks out loud that she doubts the house will give it to her, but she would really like that soup right about now. And of course, nothing. So Nesta, once again shocking us this chapter, says, please. And a bowl of soup immediately appears on the table in front of her. A fire crackles to life, but Nesta quickly tells the house that no fire is needed, and it banks to just embers in a moment. Nesta softly thanks the home and digs into her soup.
A thank you and an I'm sorry.
And a please.
What is happening?
I know. And she even thinks, like, not just that, but like 2 moderately friendly conversations with Emery and then with Gwyn. She's like, what's happening to me?
I feel like with Nesta, it's also it's similar to them where she feels more comfortable around women than she does with men, which is why she's more likely to have. And I feel my vibe is that the house is a very like womanly.
Oh my God, we get into it. Don't even.
Is it RHYSAND's mom? Her soul was trapped in the home.
I don't think he'd give Nesta a house that his mom's soul is trapped in.
But maybe he doesn't know. Maybe no one knows, and she's been trapped.
You heard it here first? Maybe.
Ellipses, question mark, question mark?
Maybe. Chapter 10 opens with something we can all rally behind. Nesta being hungry. Not peckish, not I'll just have a little snack. Hungry. Dinner disappears, and somehow she still has room for a slice of double chocolate cake, courtesy of the house.
Yay!
Which raises an important question. Is the house a woman?
Oh, boom!
Okay, hear me out. It provides cake without being asked. It stocks romance novels. Its sense of humor is impeccable. And it somehow knows exactly what the guest needs before she does. The evidence is mounting, babes.
I mean,
the house is a woman.
Show me a guy that
exactly.
does that.
Exactly. Unfortunately for Nesta, her peaceful evening with cake is interrupted by the last person she wants to see, Cassian.
Fool.
He wanders into the library, sits down, and casually points out the house must like her. It's such an interesting little moment because it's almost as if he's gently reminding Nesta that maybe, just maybe, something in her is worth liking.
Is likable.
Yeah.
Mm.
Of course, before we get too emotional, Cassian commits an act that some would consider unforgivable. He steals her cake. Like, he just grabs a fork and starts eating her cake. Not just a bite, either. After tasting it, he, quote, let out a hum of pleasure that traveled along her bones, and then took another bite. Sir.
Okay. Are we really fanning ourselves over Cassian eating cake?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. After a little more back and forth, and Nesta mentally exploring approximately 6 different ways to stab him, Cassian leaves along with the half-eaten cake.
He takes it with
No, he's
him?
eaten half of it and just leaves it there with his fork, and she's like,
excuse you?
yeah. That's somehow more offensive than taking the whole slice.
Like leaving your like sloppy leftovers?
Yes. He probably ate all the icing too. He seems like the type.
Okay, wait. Ice cream cake? What's your favorite part in a GQ ice cream cake?
Oh, the chocolate and the crumble.
Yes.
Obviously.
The like fudgy chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
People that don't like that are
I know.
lunatics.
I'm like psychopath.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
You need to be
that's
assessed.
crazy. Yes. You can order it with double. If you custom order a Dairy Queen cake, you can get double fudge and double crunch.
My favorite part of the DQ cake is the whipped cream.
You mean the fake weird icing?
Just the whipped cream, not the icing.
Egats.
That's the cover of
That is a hot fucking take.
This is what it's full of. This is a quart of hot takes. That's what this episode is.
And Jessica being right. Name a motherfucking time I've been wrong. Oh, no, I don't know where I am.
We gotta get that on the shirt.
Nesta finishes her book that night, heads to bed, and for a brief moment, things are quiet in her mind. Then she wakes, shivering. Without her asking, a fire springs to life. She immediately says, quote, no fire. Just as quickly, the flames disappear. Instead, the bed grows warm. The room itself fills with a gentle heat. It's one of the sweetest moments in the chapter. Like, it's so cute. The
It
house,
feels very motherly.
right?
Mm.
Woman.
Mm.
The house doesn't argue, it simply listens. Nesta thanks it again and drifts back to sleep until the nightmares arrive. Elaine, the cauldron, Highburn, her father's neck. Her power surges beneath her skin. Again, she does what she's become so practiced at doing. She shoves it down. Way down. Unable to stay in bed, she decides to escape, which brings us to the stairs.
Again?
Yes, those
Wow.
stairs. 10,000 steps standing between Nesta and the outside world again.
I didn't realize how frequently she I wasn't remembering how often she tried this.
She is undeterred.
Tenacious.
Yes. Quick. Okay, so I said that we talked about this before. But yeah, in my mind, they were just straight down. They're a circle.
I could I don't know.
Also, she does the stairs like every chapter.
Oh, well, maybe this is a Crescent City Jessica Fugue state. But yeah, no, I definitely imagined a spiral. That's
I did
interesting.
not. Before Nesta gets very far, though, she stumbles, falls, her knees slam into the stone, her head hits the stair, and in the middle of it all, quote, she flung out a hand blindly, nails biting into the stone, sparks exploded as she cried out and held on. Whatever rises inside her in that moment, she forces it back down again, then runs all the way back to the safety of the house.
Shing, shing,
We'll talk about
shing.
it. Woof. Hot takes, theirs, and thirst.
Woof.
I have goosebumps. Morning arrives. Cassian and Moore politely pretend not to notice her fresh collection of bruises for approximately 5 minutes, and Cassian eventually asks who won the fight. Nesta ignores him and then denies that anything happened, then gets angry because he saw her, but also he didn't help her. Poor Cassian spends most of this chapter discovering there is, in fact, no correct answer.
Right, yeah, catch 22. You're
Can't win
damned
for
if you
trying.
do, damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Nesta delivers what might be the least playful threat imaginable, quote, I should push you down those stairs. Based on everything we've learned about Nesta, she absolutely means it.
It's like an option.
Yeah, it's on.
That's not an empty threat.
No. But beneath all the sharp edges, SJM quietly lets us see what Nesta won't allow anyone else to. she notices Cassian. His strength, his confidence, the way no other male at Windhaven compares. And then Cassian reaches out his hand. Just offering support, nothing more, nothing less. And Nesta thinks, quote, please, she told herself to get up to that outstretched hand, but she couldn't. She couldn't bring her body to rise. So they're at Windhaven right now. And he's standing in front of her, sitting on the rock, being like,
Right.
please.
Like, don't make me do this again.
Yeah. That moment hurts because we know she wants to. It says she wants to on the page. She just wants to accept his kindness, but she simply can't.
Honestly, I resonate with this, like, thankfully not as often now that I'm older, but particularly when I was, like, young and dumb and in love and, you know, you're kind of, I don't know about everybody, but, like, there was a period when you first started having your serious relationships and you kind of just suck because you're figuring it out. And there would be fights that I would get into with the boyfriend du jour, and I would know I was wrong, and I would
double down, Tamlin style.
Yes, and I would just be like, in my head, I'd be like, "Come on, Jess, just like say, you know what, I'm sorry," but it was like
I've come this far,
honestly, and a mixture of like pride and insecurity, and well, if I say I'm wrong, will they just be like, "Yes, you are," and so then you double down, you Tamlin, even though you know like you're not making the right call here. I resonated with this, and it's ugly. It is an ugly thing to see in yourself and in other people.
Yes. Then Sarah twists the knife just a little deeper. Quote, everything about him radiated the confident, arrogant masculinity. It had been heady and overwhelming. And all she'd wanted for so many months was to touch him, smell him, taste him, get close to the strength and throw everything she was against it because she knew he'd never break, never falter, never balk. She deserved his disappointment, deserved his resentment and disgust, even if it carved something vital from her. Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah.
And this is what partially the first time reading made me so frustrated. I'm like, if you know this is like, like, why do you have to be this way? And I asked myself a lot about Nesta. Like the first time I read this book, it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, be a normal human. Like, oh. It's heartbreaking because the person standing between Nesta and Cassian isn't Cassian. It's Nesta. She believes she's beyond help, beyond forgiveness, beyond being worthy of the very hand being offered to her. And when Cassian quietly lowers his hand and walks away, neither of them gets what they wanted.
And that's just it, hey?
Yeah.
Like,
nobody wins.
no, yeah, pride.
And she doesn't feel like, I like showed him in these moments.
Right.
Like, so like, what is her reasoning for doing it then, you know? Like, it's like, she doesn't want to win or like, gotcha or like get him. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, like, her behavior would be indicative of that. Like, she just has to like
win.
Yes. Or stick it to him or like show him that like she doesn't care about him. Like, she has to win.
Right.
In whatever game it is that they're playing. Nobody knows, but
yes.
It's not great.
Right.
Chapter 11, Nesta versus a door.
It's a lot of her against inanimate objects in this book.
Stairs, the house, the door. One very stubborn library door. She tries the handle, locked. She politely asks the house to open it. Nothing. She asks again. Still nothing. One more attempt, and absolutely fucking not. The house has officially entered its I'm doing this for your own good era. And frankly, it's committing. The irony is that Nesta almost started enjoying her work in the library. Shelving books had become familiar. She found little corners to explore. Time had slipped away without her noticing. She's tired now, and she's hungry. And she finally pleads with the house, quote, all I want is a nice hot meal and a good book. Honestly, relatable.
So why is the house not letting... Is this the private library or the...
No, the private library. Because the house doesn't control the...
Yeah, that's... Okay.
Yeah, no.
But even then, why isn't it letting her into the private library?
Unfortunately, the house remains unmoved. No dinner, no book, no negotiation. Realizing she's lost this very one-sided argument, Nesta storms into the dining room, only to discover that the house has already set a place for her. Checkmate.
It's like you need to socialize.
Bossy.
Again, a little bit like a woman.
Leadership qualities.
Oh, absolutely. This is not a criticism.
Waiting at the table are Cassian and Azriel discussing strategy. Vasa has warned Azriel that something isn't right on the continent. And because of that, he'll be staying at the House of Wind for the foreseeable future, which I'm sure is like much to his chagrin with these two.
Oh,
and they're like, guess what? You're staying at the House of Wind. And he's like,
great.
While they talk, Nesta's thoughts drift to Vasa and to her father, specifically the role he played in Vasa's life. The courage he'd found, the protection he'd offered, everything she'd longed for herself. And that realization hurts. Quote, her father had found his courage for someone other than her and her sisters, that he'd been the father she had needed, but for someone else. It's one of those lines that quietly lands and then refuses to leave. This is what I have been saying the whole time. Who cares that he died? He was a piece of shit, and just because you come in at the last moment, like wanting to be the hero, doesn't make up for every other shitty thing and inaction that you didn't take for the entirety of their lives, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, ooh, I just can't with him. He is a thorn in my fucking side. And the fact that his death has upset her this much makes me even more angry.
Why do you think it has upset her this much?
I don't know. Like, the way he treated Vasa, like, that's obvious. But, like, why he's dead, like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, her reaction seems so not aligned.
I wonder if it is like that in his dying, it is the final nail in the proverbial coffin of what could have been. There's no opportunity for him to turn it around
like
and
redemption.
prove to her that he could be the father she deserves. There's no chance for him to rise to the occasion for the rest of their lives. It's done. And so perhaps like her grief at his death is so profound because it's the grief of everything
what can never be.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that, but I don't care for him. Even here, surrounded by food and conversation, the grief is still sitting beside her. Her power stirs. Before that thought can go any further, Azriel notices her injuries. Nesta insists she's fine. Naturally, Azriel follows up with the only reasonable question: did someone push her down the stairs? And then we get this little...
Just her ego.
Yeah. Then we get this little gem quote. Nesta lifted her eyes from her plate enough to note the amusement in Azriel's gaze, even though no smile graced his sensuous mouth. Okay. SJM knows what she's doing with this word placement. Like, we notice.
Oh, and Nesta, when she talks, like when
she has a crush on Azriel.
Oh, when she's trying to piss off Cassian, and she's like, I'll train with Azriel. She's like, talks about, like, Cassian's like, oh, like, Az is going to be harder than I am. She's like, with that pretty face? Like,
she describes him as pretty, like, a bunch of times. Like,
says he's the prettiest of the brothers.
Yeah. Like, he's beautiful. Because she's like, Cassian is attractive, but, like, Azriel is beautiful.
Right.
Oh, anyhow, the chapter shifts gears fast. Cassian has had enough. He tells Nesta she needs to get off that rock by the end of the week. Nesta, never one to let an argument end peacefully, fires back that he can't fight his own battles, calls Rhys an asshole, and makes it very clear that she has no intention of cooperating. Basically, like, Cassian's been reporting back to Rhys, and Rhys is like, the fuck? Like, why is she not doing anything?
Yeah. Have you met her?
Yeah. Cassian finally snaps, quote, good, he hates you too. Everyone fucking hates you. Is that what you want? Because congratulations, it happened. Oh, that leaves a mark. Whether Nesta deserved the outburst isn't really the point. Cassian knows her well enough to know that's already what she believes. And saying it out loud doesn't make it hurt less.
No, it makes it hurt more.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting to the heart of her insecurity. I am unlovable.
So that's an L for Cassian. Nesta, of course, still not backing down, shoots right back, quote, and I suppose now you'll tell me that you're the only person who doesn't hate me and I'm supposed to feel something like gratitude and agree to train with you. Except that's not where Cassian goes. No speeches, no pleading, no last-ditch attempt to convince her. He's simply done. Or at least he thinks he is.
I like this because SJM's sort of subverting the genre a bit. Because typical romantasy, the guy then he would say like, accept me and I love you and I'll. But like in this moment, again, it's part of what I love so much about this book. Like that was a really, like they are behaving atrociously towards each other. And he's just like, no, I'm finished for now. Right? Like, yeah.
Taking the high road after he took the lowest road. Yes. We switch into Cassian's perspective, where we find him doing what every emotionally overwhelmed male in this series seems destined to do at least once. Stare out over Valaris.
No, I was going to say a snowball fight?
Brooding professionally. He feels like he's failed. Feyre joins him, and what begins as a conversation about more Azriel heiress and the upcoming plans inevitably circles back to one person occupying everyone's thoughts, Nesta. Feyre wonders why she refuses to train. Cassian answers, quote, because she hates me. Okay, Cassian, if repeating it helps. Feyre doesn't argue. She doesn't think Nesta hates him, but she does admit she believes Nesta hates her. And in one of the more revealing conversations between them, Feyre reflects that things had always been different between the sisters. Their mother had always focused on Nesta, quote, Nesta was hers. And after their mother died, the distance only widened as Feyre became the hunter and the father faded into the background. It's not an explanation, but it's another piece of the puzzle we've been trying to solve since book 1.
Because Mama Artron is a witch, and witchlings, like if you're a witch, you're not guaranteed to have a witchling.
Yeah.
And out of all her girls, Nesta was the only witchling.
I think so. Finally, Cassian looks down at his feet towards the training ring below. How curious. An idea begins to form, and despite everything that's happened, despite every insult, every rejection, every failed attempt, he makes one more decision, quote, he'd try one last time. Because if there's one thing we're learning about Cassian, it's that giving up on Nesta may be the one battle he's simply incapable of losing.
Keep reaching out that hand.
Oh, Cassian. Chapter 12. Nesta is fully prepared to continue yesterday's argument. Like, she just shows up, like,
ready,
raring for a fight. Yeah. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Honestly, do we think growth was going to happen overnight? Like, no, but also, like, why?
Come on. A little bit?
Yeah. She's already lining up her next verbal attack when she notices something is different. Moore's not there. No whinnying. No whinnying. That also. There's no whinnying.
Also no whinnying.
Or winnowing. No trip to Windhaven. Cassian explains that no one is available to winnow them today. So training will happen right here at the House of Wind. Quote, just you and me, Ness. And somewhere in Cassian's head comes the realization that probably should have occurred a little sooner. Of course, she didn't want to train in front of a crowd of Illyrian warriors.
Yes.
Nesta and vulnerability have never been exactly on speaking terms.
She's so proud.
And for someone who's so, like, usually emotionally intelligent, it was, like, a bit like, how did you not see this?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see it. But, like, how did he not see it?
Come on, you're better
He's her
than
mate. Still, he's not convinced she's going to stay. You can almost feel him waiting for the inevitable refusal. So the General of the Night Court decides to negotiate. He offers her a favor. Nesta is unimpressed. He sweetens the deal. Any favor she wants for 1 hour of training. That's the bargain. Naturally, Nesta can't resist pointing out that for someone who's won countless battles, he's spectacularly bad at bargaining. She accepts anyway, quote, fine, let's just say it will be a favor of whatever size I wish. And they shake on it. Matching tattoos appear across their backs. SJM really just thought, you know what this needs? An ancient symbol that quietly connects 3 separate fantasy series and won't be explained for several books. But more about that in Hot Takes, Theories, and Thirst.
Oh my god, okay.
Babes, training has officially begun. Before we get to the actual lesson, however, Nesta has a small distraction to deal with. And by small, we mean approximately 6.5 feet of Illyrian warrior. Quote, Cassian without a shirt on, bordered on obscene.
Illegal.
Agreed. She talks about, like, I don't even know, like, how many muscles he has, because he has, like, muscles on his muscles, basically. Oh. And then comes this observation quote, and those ones that float into his pants like a golden arrow pointing to exactly what she wanted. Nesta. Now who's being obscene?
I mean, we love a girl with an appetite.
Both know.
I know.
Back to training, Cassian starts with the basics. Foot placement, balance, breathing. Nothing flashy, nothing dramatic, just learning how to stand. Which feels surprisingly fitting for where Nesta is in her life right now.
Like, don't even move, just hold still.
Truly. By the end of the hour, Nesta is exhausted, sweaty, and her muscles are shaking. Everything hurts. Turns out she just took part in what sounds suspiciously like the world's least relaxing yoga class. Basically, she was like, stand on one leg. Now stand on the other leg. Now spread your toes apart and stand. And she's like, oh, I'm so tired. And he's like, you're right. Like a bit like, seriously?
Yeah.
And you thought you could take on the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Then comes the cool down. They breathe. The tension eases. Laying beneath the open sky, Nesta notices something she hasn't felt in a long time. Quiet. Her thoughts settle. The shadows in her mind retreat, if only for a moment. It's a small victory, but it's a victory all the same. Okay, I don't want to say, Cassian's probably like, I don't want to say I told you so, but like, I fucking told
you so.
Yeah. Like, this is his moment. And because he is our king, he doesn't say it, but I'm sure he's just like, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God.
This could have been you 3 weeks ago.
Right. Yeah.
6 months ago.
Get there faster.
Truly. So, not wrong, just early.
Always.
In that peaceful silence, she asks Cassian if he enjoys flying. He tells her he loves the freedom it gives him. Then Nesta shifts the conversation to Emery. She asked why Illyrian females have their wings clipped. Oh, because motherfucking males. Cassian doesn't defend the tradition. He calls it what it is. Something they've been trying to end for years, and something that became even harder to change during Amarantha's 50-year reign. Okay, interestingly, in the last we've got 2 mentions of Amarantha in this book so far. And I'm like, girl will not die. Girl will not die.
Allie's like
Hybern gets brought up, but like
Amarantha's the real ghost.
Truly. She haunts so many people. Rather than letting him linger in those moments, Nesta quietly reminds him they're supposed to be cooling down. It's a tiny moment of consideration, easy to miss, but it matters because she notices Cassian being like, "Oh, Amarantha," and like she knows what he must feel about like the guilt of that, and like not being able to be there for Rhys, and like how he feels like he failed them,
right,
etc. Unfortunately for Cassian, his thoughts are doing anything but cooling down. Quote: "He couldn't stop the image from rising of her laying in his bed like this." Satiated, her body limp with pleasure. General, perhaps focus on your breathing. And mine. I'm like, yeah. Then something quietly changes everything. Cassian finally says the thing he's been trying to make her believe all along. Quote: "You're here because we don't hate you. I wanted you to know that I don't hate you." And perhaps for the first time since this book began, Nesta doesn't answer with anger. She answers with honesty, quote, "And I have never hated you, Cassian."
And says his name.
Name drop. At the very end of the book, it's like, or at the very end of the chapter, he's like, "She had to use my fucking name." He's like, he's thirsty in that moment. He's like, "Oh, sweet mother of God." Yeah. Hot takes, there's and thirst. The nails in the stairs. I mean,
as soon as you said it, I was like, oh my God.
Truly.
Yes, Moore is a Crochin, whatever, witch, and Nesta is an Iron Tooth witch.
I know.
For sure.
Crazy.
The nails.
Which is why they hate each other.
Yes.
I
love it.
Okay. The 8-pointed star.
Is this the tattoo? Talk to me.
So, Throne of Glass has it on the priestess's head. It is in the prison, like when they go in Crescent City. In Throne of Glass, it's like a mere whisper of a mention.
What priestess?
There's like a priestess that comes to perform a ceremony on Yulmus.
Okay.
But the priestess has
an 8-pointed star.
How
many Asteria are there?
8. Were 7 left.
There were 8. Shut up. Okay.
Okay,
What?
the prison, I talked about this. When they went to the prison in Crescent City, the 8-pointed star, there's 8 Asteri.
Oh, I remember this now.
Do you?
I do.
It's like I do. Now I do. On the stand where Nesta finds the harp, there's an 8-pointed star.
Yeah.
Bryce's scar, and one of the reasons she gives Nesta the sword is because the tattoo on Nesta's back matches the scar on Bryce's chest.
The star
is the 8-pointed star again. And she's like, oh, like calls to like. So like she was like, oh, I can trust you.
Right. What does
it all mean?
Because like the Asteri are bad. So then why is this star, like Bryce being branded with it and it showing up on Nesta? You would think that it's an omen of good.
So I went down Reddit, and the 8-pointed star doesn't necessarily, like the Asteri didn't create that symbol for themselves. It's like they talk about it being more of like a symbol of ancient magic.
More so ancient than the Asteri.
Yes. So like powers unknown have been come to be represented by this 8-pointed star.
There's the 4 seasons and then
day, night, dawn, dusk.
So with dusk, 8. Okay, are we on 8 watch? Things in 8s.
And 7s. Because it was so weird about Amarantha's reign 7 times 7. And then when Bryce and them get to the gateway in that north part, the wall is like a radius of 7 by 7 or something in a circle. Like it's weird. Number watch.
Number watch.
So the 8-pointed star in history is the star of Ishtar. During later times, slaves who worked in Ishtar's temples were sometimes branded with the seal of the 8-pointed star. The 8-pointed star is sometimes shown alongside a crescent moon, which was the symbol of Sin, god of the moon, and the rayed solar disk, which was the symbol of Shemesh, the son of God.
I mean, Crescent City is pretty sinful.
Interesting.
Also, the fact that it was burned on slaves, like, could the priestess in Throne of Glass have been like a servant to the Valg, Asteri, Daglin, whatever, and they were branded with that?
Maybe.
Anywho. 8-pointed star watch.
Yep.
Okay, then I went down a rabbit hole. 2 wild theories by multiple fans. Okay, number 1. The Crochan witches are associated with swans. So, Koschei's harem, it doesn't specifically call out swans, but it's white feathered birds. Yes. And white stags are also associated with the witches. Nesta is once described as a wounded stag. 2. Swans are closely related to Valkyrie. So there's these 2 kind of oppose each other, saying that like could be either or. The second theory is swans are closely related to Valkyrie in Norse mythology, and that those at Koschei's lake are the lost Valkyrie.
Who are the lost Valkyrie?
The Valkyries that go missing. They flew into battle and were never seen again. We get this in Lore Dump on Valkyrie, because Nesta's reviving the Valkyrie with her and Emery and Gwen. Please tell me.
I do remember that she's like I just didn't remember like what happened to the lost Valkyrie.
They flew into battle, never to be seen again.
Interesting. How many Valkyrie were there? So like
50.
Hundreds? Oh, 50. So yeah, maybe these are the swans. That would be crazy.
I like the witch theory.
I do have to also say, apparently the 8-pointed star can represent the 4 like wind, water, earth, or wind, water
elements.
Yeah, elements. Is there an elemental court?
Not elemental, but
seasonal.
And
although, what about Throne of Glass? There's elemental magic.
There's elemental magic, and also in Crescent City, because their magic it's kind of elemental. Like it's like the water, the ocean princess, ocean queen.
Yeah.
And then like the magic is with like the green growing things. You have magic to like grow things and whatever. Kind of elemental. Interesting.
Like earth magic.
It says Ishtar, who's like the main symbol of it, is associated with love, fertility, and warfare.
That's pretty oppositional.
Right. Love and warfare.
I mean. Anyways, it was just like this book, even up until now and further in, is riddled. Just like the third book of Crescent City, you're like book 5 of ACOTAR, you're like the connections are like flying off the page. Yes. Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it.
Oh my God, the nails on the stairs, that rocked my world.
And like the amount of times they mentioned steel, which I understand is not iron, but like steel in her veins, her steely bones, like she looked at them with steel and got that up. Like, come on.
Silver flames even.
Also
like,
Nesta and Manon, like, yes.
Besties.
Yes.
Well, or mortal enemies.
I think besties. I'm voting for besties.
I hope so.
Okay. The end. JC. Well, yeah, that. Fuck's sake.
JC.
That's me.
JS.
That's my line. I'm so tired. I yawned the whole episode and now I'm reading JC. For those of you who didn't know, it was my turn to speak. The house has adopted Nesta. Cassian is running dangerously low on patience, and every conversation seems to end exactly where it started, with two people saying one thing while feeling something completely different.
JS. Next. It's just like the way you said it too. JC.
Out.
Next week, it's awkward, frustrating, unexpectedly funny, and exactly the kind of slow burn storytelling that tortures us. Trust us, you'll have opinions, and so will we.
Duh. We want to hear from you as we continue to build this little corner of our world and fall in love as we dive into fantastical worlds, fabulous folklore, and fine males and men. Follow Accorded Books and Babes Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and while you're at it, click the subscribe button. Lastly, you can show us a little love by taking 5 minutes to rate and review our podcast on Apple or Spotify and share it with all the babes in your life.
Until next time,
Stay bookish, babes. I'm reading JC and the entire script.